Hi guys, this is my presentation on sense of purpose. My name is Candy Nunez and this is for our ERE 220 class. The questions I will be focusing on are questions 1 and 2. Question 1 is, I am interested in learning about sense of purpose. What does the phrase purpose in life mean to you? And question 2 is, what is the purpose in life? And how do you describe your purpose in life? The data I used was from my colleagues, Paku Tao, Benjamin Sattelin Rees, Cynthia Loya, Lian Vang, Joanna Pafon, and Giovanni Alejo. Thanks, guys, for the data you provided for me. The participants, I had Sue Jean. She was a female. The age was not given. She was a Students Affair and College Counseling faculty and professor. The years of experience was not given also. For my second participant, there was no name, but it was a male. He was between the age of 30 and 49 years. He worked in retail for 6 years. My third participant, again, no name given. No gender, I couldn't find gender. 26 years old. Part-time behavioral therapy for 7 months. Part-time student teaching for a year and a half, and a substitute teacher for 1 year, and I believe it said they did it about once a week. Fourth participant, nicknamed P, female, 30 years old, was a recruitment counselor, had been a recruitment for about a year. Fourth participant was Dee Dee, female, over 50 years of age, special education teacher for 33 years. You go, girl. And Laura, female, 30 years old, teacher, 3 years. So the results I found for question 1, my codes, I used community, happiness, and passion. Those are the types of passions that were common in my participants. And I also used the words individual, different, and purpose in life for the variety of purposes. So there were different thoughts of what purpose in life was, but the majority of the participants kind of all agreed that there isn't really like a definition of what purpose in life is. Like that all depends on your views, and purpose of life is different for each individual person. For some people it was communities, for some people it was passion, some people it was just being happy. But generally everyone agreed that purpose in life, depends. Some quotes that really put that idea like in stone was one of the participants used evolving term. So that means that, even if you have a purpose, like it's going to change within each individual. The second quote I picked out was something you're passionate about. Passion will bring you the purpose. So obviously not everyone's going to be passionate about the same thing. So depending on what you're passionate about, that's going to be your purpose according to that participant. The third quote, don't think there's some big universal design. So, there's not one big definition for purpose of life. So they didn't think that there was really a way to describe what purpose in life was. The fourth quote, purpose in life is individual. So again, going off the other ones, it depends on the individual person and their thoughts. Can mean different things. Again, we start seeing that pattern and different purposes in different aspects of life. So this participant had their purpose as a mom, purpose as a teacher, and her own purpose as an individual. So depending on which lens you put on, that's going to be your purpose in life. And my last quote that I chose was engaging in the activities that bring happiness in life. So this one has like, just do what makes you happy. That's what purpose in life means to them. My results for question 2, my codes were family, community, relationships, and students. So that's where the purpose in life depended on them and other people. I also had peaceful and happy. That was for people having purpose in life for themselves and for their career, which the codes I chose were career, teacher, and research. The overall theme was they're kind of like each participant kind of had their own purpose in life. There was really no overlaps. There's only 6 participants. I couldn't really, if I probably would have checked everybody's, there would have been a lot more overlap. But I noticed that they did have some kind of relationship with each other, but yeah. So the numbers in the parentheses here, that's just of the participants, how many mentioned that. Just wanted to mention that real quick. And some quotes that I picked out that I really liked was the first one is personal fulfillment is found from my family. So what I get out of these relationships. So this person, their purpose in life was having good relationships with people. And for them, their biggest people to build relationships was with their family. So that's them basing their purpose in life off other people. The second quote was help the kids come and go as far as they can. So it was a teacher talking about making her students, you know, reach their biggest goal and do as much as they can. The third quote, giving back to my community, the Hmong community. So this is the participant, I'm assuming, was of a Hmong background, and he really felt strongly about his background and wanted to give back to his community, which is very awesome. My fourth quote, making sure my life is as peaceful as possible and less stressful and enjoy the moment. That's just somebody that wants to just be happy, no stress. And that's a great purpose in life, I think, myself personally. Um, and then I have purpose is to be happy. So right now that means working with kids. So I like this quote because purpose is to be happy. And then so that depends on what they're doing at the moment. So this person at the moment was working with kids. So for that participant, it was at the moment being happy was working with the kids. And the last quote was give back to my community in the form of human development. This participant was a teacher who was a migrant student herself, and she really wanted to give back to her community, specifically the migrant students, having herself been a migrant student and knowing what it's like to be in their shoes. And that is it for me. Thank you for watching. Have a good day.